Hello everyone, my name is Michael Young and welcome back to Factorio on the Sea Block mod. So, kind of the main benefit of last time is we got up these circuits. We're now producing what are they? Electronic circuits? Basic electronic boards at a decent rate. We're a little held back by components. It's a smelting issue. We're not producing enough sludge fast enough to get these fully saturated, which is a problem. But anyway, our focus right now has been on science. And is this even hooked up? No, it isn't. Let's get that to power. There. Because I want to get some green and red science automated. We're close. So I was a little embarrassed last time at my, fumbling around in Excel trying to figure out exactly the ratios. So I spent 20 minutes off screen just doing it for green. So kind of the result that I get from all this work is that we need there's two main components to green science. There's reaction units and there's instrumentation units. The common factor is two. Pretty much you need two coil factories feeding two reaction units factories. On the other side you need two stamps feeding two wafers, feeding two microcircuits, feeding two instrumentation, and then you can do 8 green science really, but I'm only doing 6, so it'll be saturated. Assuming we can get all the stuff. There's so much different things they need. This is gonna need tin plates, copper plates, iron plates, lead plates, and then all the individual components themselves. So I'm not quite exactly sure how best to make it look pretty, but I figure we can work backwards and get something going. Why does this not have power? It has, the lights are on, but this doesn't have power? Oh, okay, I just had... Don't know what I was thinking. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not quite sure exactly how to make this look pretty, so we'll just fumble around with it for a bit. See what we can find out. I know that I'm going to want the final product to be over here. I don't like that. Sure. And so we'll have these go down and feed in. And then over here we'll build stuff. Let's get some more space. Alright, so the next step back, well, there's two things. So this is going to need to be a combination of circuits on one side, instrumentation on one side, and ATMOS instrumentation and ATMOS reaction nodes on the other side. The nodes are the easier bit, so we could do that after. We could do that. Let's get the main one out of the way, then we can loop around. So the other bit starts out with stamps, which need iron plate and tin plate. So, trying to think of the best way to get all these different minerals or all these different plates into this area without looking terrible. We might not be able to. Actually, kind of, we could go like this. I mean, let's see, the rate that we're producing all this at is pretty low. It's, let's see, except for when we're transferring over the actual wafers. that we produce. No, the circuits that we produce a ton of. Those need to be direct inserted, but everything else could be put on a belt pretty easily. Yeah, it's all less than one a second, except for the microcircuits. So I think I'd feel comfortable doing that with red inserters. Anyway, so we need to make wafer stamps. Just need iron and tin. This will be the only time we need iron, so this is probably the easiest thing to do right here. We'll just pull up iron and put it there. We'll need tin in other places. We'll need more belts. Or at least more belt controls. I have to admit, this is turning into a bit of a thing. This is far more of a mess than I'm used to dealing with. But yeah, so we'll run that there. We'll run another one right here. Then we'll run right here directly another one. So we'll have pulling stuff in, and then we'll output like this. And this recipe actually happens in 3 seconds, so we don't even, and it only produces 1, right? No, it produces 4. So each of these could transfer 1 thing a second. So that will be enough. But one of them would not be enough. We have to do 2. So this isn't going to work. Okay, we'll have to separate them by space. So we can get the power line. The next step after wafers is the micro wafer. Or is it micro wafer or microcircuit? It's stamps and then wafers. So that's the wafer stamp. Then this is the wafer itself. And that's gonna need lead added in. So we can do the same sort of thing. Actually, what's the rate? It's 2 every 3 seconds, so that will work fine. So we'll have lead coming in. Oh, I did something wrong. Okay, and the next step is the microcircuits, which need copper. And unfortunately, these take up a ton of space, so they need to be direct. Because it's 7.5 each, that will take 2. Well, what's the timing on this? This is 1.5 seconds. It'll take 3, probably. Well, you can probably get away with 2 fast inserters. And the next step is the ATMOS instrumentation itself, which needs tin and circuits and the microcircuits. So I'm thinking we're gonna have the copper right here and right here to power that. In fact, we could probably run it between the 2 if we just go under. Should I have separated them further? Yeah, let's do that. Don't have many of those inserters left, but we have plenty of circuits. It's just the iron that's been the issue this entire time. What was this? This needed iron and tin. We'll put the iron right here. I think we said that already. We'll deal with the branches in a moment. I just want to get the belts forward so that you can see the pattern better. And kill our iron production while our steel factories fill up again. Okay, so we said we'd get iron right here. We're gonna need more splitters. And probably have enough belts, maybe. Let's see. What's this consumption like? It's 2 every 3 seconds? That's fine. We can just use a single blue and I'll deal with it. Alright, we said that we would run that over to there. So here's the copper. But before that, we need, what was this? This is tin. So let's pull some tin in. Well, wait a minute. Where else do we need tin? We need tin there. No. Lead. There's where we need tin. So maybe tin should be on the outside because we'll need it in 2 places. I like that. Tin right there. Need to skip over the circuits. And we'll need a splitter right there because we're going to use it in 2 places. No. No, we have to do it that way. That's fine. That's fine. Let's get rid of that then. And this is going to need a lot of things. So how are we going to do that? Both boards and plate. That needs to output, of course. Could run up alongside it? Sure. This is a little messy with all the belts are messy with all these different things we need. That's right? Yeah, that's what needs tin and basic circuits. This will output up to there. Now we need to get the copper here and the lead there. So copper first. Stop forgetting about that one. We're not gonna have enough underground. And that's going to prevent us from having enough belts if we just make them right now. We'll have to go grab some more belts. We really need to get our mineral production going faster. We can't survive on 4 iron per second. It's just not gonna happen. Like, what am I even predicting I'll need? I'm thinking this alone, just the green science, not the red right next to us, is going to need 0.75 iron per second. So that's going to be, and the red science was 0.75 cores per second, which is 2 iron plates. So that's 1.5 per second. So 1.5 plus 0.75, half of our iron production will be going just to this one set of science. Doesn't leave a lot left for like everything else we need, like making steel. Anyway, is this gonna work? I think it'll work. I think it's really crowded though. I kind of would have left more space here if I had realized how painful this is gonna be. This is annoying. All right, that's the wrong thing. That's the wrong thing. Stop that. That was supposed to be copper. Where is it? Did we not actually output? I guess we didn't. I'll have to fix that. But anyway. There. And we'll need to read it in pretty hard, I think. Yeah, because this recipe's fast. Okay, this needs to read in hard, right? Actually, this is kind of slow. We'll be fine with that, and it doesn't need to output that hard either. All right. What am I missing? This is the lead. So. And we do have a space for it on this side. Good. This is quite convoluted for 1/2 of a green science pack. Let's see if we can, if we screwed up the spacing of the poles, or if we can get everything. Let's put on this side. Well, it's a little uneven, but that's okay. Inserters to be able to insert things over there. We don't have enough. We're out of circuit boards. Well, that's a problem. We have so much lead in our inventory. Let's find a place to put this. It seems like the lead accumulates faster than the other things. We're low on power poles again, too. We'll need to go get some more wood bricks soon. It's all held back by iron now. I just wanted to see it work. Just to make sure we hadn't screwed up something. Ah, we screwed up something. This needed tin, and that needed lead. Whoops. We can fix this. We can fix it without messing it, without having to redo much. We'll just have to hop over a bit. There. This is not the most elegant belt weaving I've ever done. It's so dark, too. More light! Alright, that's working. That's working. Now we just need to do the other half, which is also iron plate. So we have an iron plate on both of these. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Iron plate on both sides. Huh. Wait a minute. So it says it needs a total of 2 iron plates. I guess, okay. It's because we're producing multiple. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Okay, so the other side is gonna look somewhat similar to this. What are its inputs? Should we just steal some? We'll need copper and iron only. So maybe I can just use this. I like that. This could have been laid out more elegantly. It's this that we need. Those coils first. Then the reaction node. It's kind of annoying because I want to... The iron's below. So we'll do these first. And they'll feed into these, which also need iron. And then we'll do a bit more elegant. We can make it so it outputs to the center. Sure. What's the recipe speed? It's slow, but it needs a lot of things. A single blue will be enough. This is faster, so we'll need to be more careful with it. Yeah, this whole thing can be shifted a little better so that it lines up well with the iron and the copper and the two. But that's okay. Okay, I think this is working. It just doesn't have the iron yet. Let's just force some in. See how it works. I'm not sure these are dropping the wafers fast enough. Looks like it's accumulating. Oh well. Okay, so we've got some green science packs automated. Now we just need to drop them in a electrochemic slab. Which I remember we have an electrochemic slab sitting around somewhere. Let's go look for it. How's our mineral water doing? It's really low. Yeah, we should turn this off. I forgot. Well, at least we have a lot of landfill now. I forgot we left that that on. Looks like we're having coal problems. Hopefully the extra mineralized water will help. I'm not a fan of whenever this goes. This is our excess mineralized water fixer. And every time it runs, we lose slag pretty much. But if we don't let it run, then this will back up and our sulfuric water will never get processed. So it's kind of a lose-lose situation. This is all nicely backed up. We're not using the boards fast enough. But over here, coal's problems. How's power? Power is fine. We're dropping the steam straight down as soon as day hits. Of course, maybe most of our factory has been inert while we have been working, but that's fine. Anyway, we were looking for a thing. It's in one of these boxes, I'm sure. But not that one. Right, that one? No. I know there is a box around here somewhere with thingies in it. And we need to steal some of those, making the coal situation even worse. Is there a box around? No, doesn't look like it. I know there's that, maybe that one. Yeah, maybe. It's got a lot of stuff in it, but not the science labs. Yeah, I have a bad habit of just leaving random things in boxes. There's some science labs. That's what I was looking for. Hey, we would have some more wooden blocks too. Good deal. Should keep that in mind. Not the chemical furnace, something like that. Alright. Can we make some more? I think I would like to have like 8, perhaps. It's really just a question of steel, or of iron. Is copper backing up yet? Or is it still backed up? It is. I can't. I'm almost inclined to not sort, just because it seems like we're not getting enough of the iron ore. Maybe we'll make a little backup area, just in case. If this is getting, well, now it's reading it. But yeah, we're having real trouble where the this isn't able to output it's what's it called? It's copper, and so it can't output the iron either, and we go through the iron so much faster than the copper. Maybe you have a little, let's cheat a little. It's crushed ore that we do stuff with, right? Crushed sapphirite. Yeah. We turn it in, we can sort it and get some slag back and the iron ore, which we can then more efficiently convert into iron. But if we just use it, we can turn it into iron plate very slowly, or at a much less efficiency. Much reduced efficiency. Now there's the thing. So this would turn into pure iron ore if we use Givalite. So Givalite is just like sapphirite, except for if you crush it by itself. But if you put it in with the sapphirite, it just gives you pure ore. If you put it in with purified water, it gets weird things. Is there a similar one for the copper? Crushed okay, that's what we saw already. Yeah, crushed steatite and crushed crotinium gives you pure copper ore. That's a thought. If we get this, we might switch this over. So instead of just producing, instead of getting this mess where we have interleaved iron and copper, we'll just do Givalite in between them, and then we can get pure from each ore sorting facility will only output one thing. The problem then is it doesn't output slag, which is the real benefit of this way. This is fueling like what, like an eighth of our total slag production, if it were under full load. Anyway, that's not solving our problems. Our problem is we just want to get some more ore. Kind of ad hoc. Alright, how's this going? It's still iron problems. Looks like the left side, which is this, is not doing anything because of iron problems. That's okay. This will back up, and then all the iron will flow through to here. Anyway, so we weren't able to make more of these because not enough iron, which is the common refrain. Maybe we'll just make 4. I could deal with 4. If we could just get one more. There we go. I just want to see some science going again. There. So, 33 hours into the game, we have automated red and green signs. This mod does really shake up your timelines. Although I'm sure people on the forums will be speed running this and getting it done, all done in 10 hours. Actually, this is a good idea, sure. Let's grab a bunch of these. It will use up a ton of copper, so that we'll be able to free up more iron from our ore sorters. At the same time, we can make solar panels. Out of circuits again. I could just try to automate circuits. I don't want to bother. This is sufficient for now. I just want to get the science rolling again. Then we can try to make, make a little factory that builds its own inserters, that builds its own assembler machines, that kind of thing. Though right now I probably should just make a real focus on power and build more electrolyzers so that we can get more slag production going. What would those need? Electro. This pipe, which needs iron, of course. Okay, this is maybe a little controversial, but let's turn this back up, which is a little annoying, but we can make it happen. Still looks like we're having coal problems. No minerals? No, it's catching up. It's catching up. It's still slow. We'll make some slag from rock. Slag slurry from rock. Yeah. In theory. I mean, we have some rock here and it's accumulating at a decent clip. We'll see if it lasts long enough once we actually start consuming it for something other than landfill. 25 rock per slurry, 50 slurry too. Oh well. If this backs up, I'll be amazed, but I won't be unhappy. I can see it backing up on one side, though. No, it's balanced all the way down. Won't be a problem. Yeah, it's working. Let me just see what this needs. It'd be pulling in 25 every 3 seconds if we had enough inserters working on it. So a single belt can supply like 1.5 of these. So this one was gonna stop pretty much, and this will be the sole user. Maybe that will help with our slag slurry problems, and slag slurry will give us more ore to come back. So it's a nice virtuous cycle. Our science is finally going. And I'm betting, I know that right now I could just be trying to expand more, get more electrolyzers. I'm going to do that. I said I was going to, so we will. But I'm half inclined just to like get all this green and red science and see what it gives me. Like there's this new sintering oven. I have no idea what that's for. A sintering oven. Apparently we could build it. We have all the supplies. A powder mixer. All this random stuff that we could be doing things with. I want to get slag processing. See if that, well, that's gonna need aluminum plate. And I don't think we even have the ability to make aluminum yet. And clay bricks. I think we do have the ability to make clay bricks, we just don't. And I didn't realize we do need brass for like intermediate items. I was thinking, why on earth would you make brass pipes? They're not useful for anything, but apparently they are. I was thinking, why would you make brass? It's only useful for making pipes, but you need the pipes for other things. Okay, well, that's that thing. Chrome. Higher tier of algae farm. What's the lower tier? Like, what's the virtue of this? So this is crafting speed 1.5 over 150. This is 1 over 120. So in general, it's more efficient because my algae farms are all balanced right now, so it'll spend more time idle as it backs up. Can we make the next one? We can. And it unlocks blue algae, which needs sulfuric wastewater. Ah, I didn't realize that. I've been spending all my time converting sulfuric wastewater back to regular water and mineralized water. So that would let us get blue cellulose fiber, which apparently has ammonia in it. And that'll be good for something. I remember we were talking about chlorine processing at some point for something? I don't remember. Gas and oil. Need to figure out. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. I don't know what the inputs are. We'll have to look at that. Ore processing. That's actually something I was thinking about, because this will open up so many more things we can't use yet. But it gives us this ore processing machine, which I think is the next tier of, instead of just melting ingots, you like do processing or something? I don't remember. There's all this stuff. You know, I'm just gonna be greedy. Let's go for character inventory slots. An extra 10 slots to my character inventory. Why not? Okay, but we should really look at the electrolyzers. Yeah, electrolyzer 2s need clay bricks. We don't have clay bricks yet. So, how do we make clay bricks? Clay bricks are made from unburnt clay bricks, which are made from clay, sand, and lime. Okay, lime we get from limestone, combining with carbon dioxide. No, that's a way of achieving carbon dioxide. And we get limestone from, not that, from mud. Okay, but going back, the clay bricks also needed sand, which we also get from mud, and clay, which we get from mud. So it's a way of turning mud into bricks. That makes sense. The lime is going to be tricky. That's the tricky part. It'll need to happen in a blast furnace. Okay, sounds like that's going to need a lot of mud processing eventually. But to get the bricks. But I don't want to deal with bricks yet. Not when we have all these slag problems. What about nodules? Because nodules, not modules, nodules. Nodules come from mud, and they're used to get free stone or free slag slurry, which seems very tempting to me. They need nodule processing, which I haven't unlocked yet, but I will. So it's another mud thing. I think probably we're gonna need a dedicated mud area that builds nodules and bricks. So how much? How quickly does this all get processed? It's gonna be creating a ton of mud too, because every time we go down a tier from viscous to heavy, from heavy to concentrated or whatever, it'll give me an extra mud, which I can use to make landfill, of course. But is there anything else I should be doing with it? No. I can turn it back into making mud. Well, there's a thought. That's a virtuous cycle then, maybe. Nah, that's a waste of time. Okay, so we're gonna have to have a mud area. But is that everything we need? What else are we gonna do? We said we're gonna do electrolyzers first. So how's our power doing? Power is back to not having problems now that we've finally gotten our factory going again. So we should place out some more solar panels, which is no harm at all. Why isn't this full? Ah, solder. Looks like, yeah, solder's having troubles. Because we're consuming a lot more tin? Maybe? Yeah, it's full on that. Really, it's just that we don't have enough slurry, which is, again, the same problem we just talked about. Can't build a thing because we can't build a thing. We have 36 power. Let's go place them. Actually, there were some biters in the way, weren't there? I guess that's fine. I mean, I'd much rather ore sort so we could get slag back than come down here. This is only for when it's overflow. This happens to be overflow a lot. So, we're making some good progress there. But really, my tools are so low. I have very little inserters, underground belts, that kind of thing. It's a little annoying. Where did I put those? Is that it? Yes. How's this doing? Mineral water is high again. Good. I hate to waste the slag, but it seems like this will not just reach a good steady state without constantly babysitting. Or having this down there. Well, eventually, I won't need to process sulfuric wastewater. In fact, would it be a problem to not do it now? To just clarify the excess wastewater until we, that might be the bright idea. Okay, let's turn this off. No more throwing away mineralized water, that's just stupid. The sulfuric wastewater, the main benefit we derive from it is that it gives us sulfur and mineralized water. So throwing away them, it's better to throw away the upstream product. This is eventually going to not have mineralized water will top off. And then sulfuric will... yeah, if this can't get rid of mineralized water, eventually sulfuric will start to rise, and we won't be able to clear it out as fast as we generate it. But is that a problem? And eventually we're going to need it for like blue algae, but at the moment I'm happy to just let it slip away. Where is the clarifier? Looks like a big circly thing. There. Yeah, we probably wasted way too much slag trying to regulate mineralized water instead of just getting rid of the sulfur water. It's a waste. I mean, it's clearly a waste. We could be getting free mineralized water from washing the coal, but I don't care. I mean, we could just wash the coal. We could make the coal into coke without even generating an output. That's purely optional. Oh well. It's so dark out here. I don't have any lights left. I don't want to waste the iron to make it work. Make lights happen. Okay. Too far away. Okay, I didn't plan that out well. We got one. I need more space to drop stuff. Got another one. Ah. Okay, just a couple left. I was doing pretty good at grabbing those before they got blown up. Good micro. Then I messed up. Let's get solidly in range. There we go. Where? There it is. Now this is all ugly and we'll have to fix it. Might have to go up another row just to make it not be ugly. Oh well. Oh, there's one down here too. Yep, that's in range. Stop hitting me. There you go. Alright, let's see how we're gonna lay these out. The same way as we have been, but of course, I just wanna figure out the poles first. Yep. I'm unused to being interrupted by science. Geode processing? Where do I get geode? Huh. We should look at that in a moment. Figure out where those geodes come from. But that wasn't what I was going to get next. I was aiming for the mud processing, right? It's not there. It's not accessible yet. What is it? It's nodule, which needs washing too. Nodule processing, which needs washing too. Yeah, with that we can make nodules. We don't even need. Oh, we don't even need the next one to. The next one's for doing stuff with nodules, which apparently is about manganese ore. But just washing too will let us make the nodules and make limestone. Apparently, I didn't realize we couldn't make limestone already. Yeah, we got more inventory space now. Cool. I am so eager to get like another tier of science that lets us gives me an excuse to go and tear down that horrible smelting area I made and regret bitterly now. Because I would do it so differently than I am now. Oh, coal is having troubles. I'm not sure why. Is it the carbon? No. Are we needing more steam? Oh, it's because we're using it to make components. Maybe. But yeah, it's no longer backing up. Well, when we get efficiency, when we get like the next level of filtration and liquefiers, maybe that will fix things. This is nice and stopped because we're not using it fast enough. Maybe we were over ambitious in what we created then. Tons of these basic ones. This is going fine. This is not because of the solder. Again. But in a way, I don't need that. That's not. It's not needed for this science. It's needed for buildings. Yeah, nice. This is nice and saturated. We could even go ahead and build more of these. We probably should. I don't know. Let's look at geode just because I don't know what it does. Geode processing. And we're getting it from red geode. No. We saw... What are we researching? Geode. Blue geode processing. And we're saying it can turn into sapphirite ore and topaz ore if we had geode processing. But we can't get the geode until we do hydro refining. Hydro refining would take crushed sapphirite and wash it, I guess, creating sulfur wastewater and sapphirite chunks. I thought the next step with crushed sapphirite wasn't the chunks. I thought it was, well, I guess it is the chunks. Or maybe it's the sapphirite ore itself we can do something with. No, all we can do is crush it. So crushed sapphirite, we could mix it with jivalite ore and make the ore production from it easier. Or we could turn it into chunks, which will yield geodes. which they give us slurry, actually, which is nice. Or, well, slurry is going to be quite a way. That's geoprocessing. But it will give us sapphirite ore, which is interesting. Which we could turn into sapphire. Oh, that's where sapphirite comes. It's sapphire. Okay. Sapphire ore. I see. What do we do with raw sapphire? We cut it. And what we do with cut sapphire? We polish it. Or we make alien pre-artifacts. And we use the sapphires as a focusing lens for a laser turret. The dependency chains in this game, in this mod, they're wonderful. I like it. I really do like it. It's wonderful. But yeah. Sapphire laser rifle battery. So that's ammo for a laser rifle. Okay, wait a minute. Let's go back. So we talked about getting topaz ore also from geodes, but okay, I think there's not much virtue in doing this whole processing until we get geoprocessing 2, so we can create slurry. Because I don't need the sapphire or topaz ore yet. I just don't have an immediate use for them. Eventually, we'll need it for alien pre-artifacts, which I think contribute to science. No, they contribute to... Really? You need them for modules. And for your portable fusion reactor stuff. Well... No, you need modules for them. Okay. Well, we can get geoprocessing too right away. Crystal slurry full filtering. And... Interesting. Sure, let's get it. We have so much opening up now. As we unlock each of these things, we're just gonna need to sit here and do research and just figure out what these are for. Because it looks like the alien artifacts are really just for about, well, okay, there's a new mineral that we'll need from it, but also it's just upgrades for armor and stuff like that. And there's the lab. That's what we are using, right? No, we're using electrochemics labs. Okay, well, anyway, I think I'm going to take a break there. The main accomplishment today was we got the science going. And, well, it's going slow, but we can't support it very well because our ore processing is terrible. So, yeah. I'm pleased. We're finally getting some new technologies unlocked. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. My name is Michael Young. This is Factorio using the Sea Block Modpack.